Have you ever stopped to think that many of the creatures that inhabit the popular imagination are not just the fruit of fantasy, but have roots in beings that actually existed? Get ready to discover the most terrifying creatures that walked, or swam, the earth, inspiring legends of monsters and mythical beings that populate our nightmares. In this video, we will explore 13 incredible and frightening animals that seem to have come straight out of horror stories, but were as real as you and me. Get ready for a journey through the darkest side of natural history. So like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. 1. Hesperornis. Imagine a monster from prehistoric waters, a mixture of bird and reptile that swam like an expert in the shallow seas of the Cretaceous period. The Hesperornis was a large aquatic bird that could reach 2 meters in length. Unlike modern birds, it had elongated jaws full of sharp teeth, a unique feature among birds that made it a fearsome predator. It used its powerful legs to swim, propelling itself underwater in a manner similar to a modern penguin, but much larger and more dangerous. Historically, Hesperornis was discovered in the 19th century during the famous Bone War between paleontologists Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope. Othniel Marsh, in 1872, described the first fossils found in Kansas, USA. At the time, many scientists believed it was a marine reptile, as the idea of a bird with teeth was so strange that no one could imagine such a thing. Over time, more fossils helped to understand that Hesperornis was, in fact, a primitive bird that evolved characteristics that we now associate with reptiles. A fascinating detail is that, despite having atrophied wings that prevented flight, Hesperornis was an agile swimmer. Its fossils indicate that its small wings acted as stabilizers during rapid underwater hunting strikes, making it an efficient hunting machine. Just imagine, a predator that combines reptilian and avian characteristics. With sharp teeth and powerful flippers. 2. Elasmotherium, Siberian unicorn. Imagine an animal so huge that, from a distance, it could look like a legendary creature from a fairy tale. The Elasmotherium, known as the Siberian unicorn, was a distant relative of modern rhinos and lived during the Pleistocene period, about 2.6 million to 29,000 years ago. This giant could reach 4.5 meters in length and weigh more than 4 tons, making it a true titan of the frozen steppes of Eurasia. Its frontal horn, possibly up to 1.5 meters long, inspired myths and legends about unicorns that spread throughout Central Asia. Historically, the Elasmotherium was first described in the 19th century based on fossils found in Russia. For a long time, it was believed that it had disappeared long before the first modern humans. However, more recent DNA studies and carbon dating have revealed that it survived until about 29,000 years ago, meaning that our ancestors may have coexisted with these creatures. This discovery has changed the way we view the interaction between humans and prehistoric animals and strengthened the link between myth and reality. An impressive fact is that, despite its robust appearance and menacing horn, the Elasmotherium was probably a peaceful herbivore, feeding on grasses in the vast steppes. Still, its size and huge horn made it such a surreal sight that it is easy to understand how it inspired legends that have spanned generations. Therizinosaurus. Imagine a dinosaur with claws so long they looked like weapons from a horror movie. The Therizinosaurus, which lived during the Cretaceous period, had the largest claws ever discovered on any land animal. They could reach an impressive 1 meter in length. Despite looking like a fearsome predator, this dinosaur was likely herbivorous, using its giant claws to pull branches and leaves to feed. Historically, the first Therizinosaurus fossils were discovered in Mongolia in the 1940s. Initially, paleontologists thought they belonged to a giant sea turtle due to the curious shape of the claws. It was only years later, with the discovery of more complete bones, that it was possible to piece together the puzzle and realize that it was actually a very unusual dinosaur with a long neck, bulky body, and small head. Something completely different from other more famous carnivorous dinosaurs. The most fascinating detail is that, despite its monstrous appearance, Therizinosaurus was not a bloodthirsty predator. Its claws may have served as a defense tool or to reach tall vegetation. Imagine a dinosaur the size of a school bus, with giant claws walking peacefully through the forests of the Cretaceous period. It's no wonder it has become one of the most curious and frightening creatures ever discovered. Andrewsarchus, imagine. The most fearsome land predator that ever walked the earth. At least, that's what many paleontologists believe. Andrewsarchus lived about 45 million years ago, during the Eocene epoch, and is known for having the largest skull of any carnivorous mammal ever found, more than 80 centimeters long and filled with sharp teeth. Historically, the Andrewsarchus skull was discovered in Mongolia in the 1920s during an expedition led by paleontologist Roy Chapman Andrews, whose name inspired the creature's name. Although we only know its skull, scientists estimate that Andrewsarchus could have been the size of a hippopotamus or even larger, and could have weighed over a ton. A curious detail is that despite looking like a giant wolf-like super-predator, Andrewsarchus belonged to the Artiodactyl group, distant relatives of modern hippos and whales. This means that this beast, with deadly teeth, had evolutionary ties to herbivorous and aquatic animals, which makes its history even more fascinating. Meganeura, imagine walking through a prehistoric forest and suddenly coming face to face with a dragonfly the size of a crow. This is not fiction. Meganeura, which lived during the Carboniferous period about 300 million years ago, had a wingspan of up to an impressive 75 centimeters. This giant dragonfly was one of the largest flying insects that ever existed. Historically, Meganeura was discovered in coal mines in France in the 19th century. At that time, the planet had much higher oxygen levels than today, which allowed insects to reach gigantic sizes. This increase in oxygen was the result of extensive forests of giant ferns and primordial trees that pumped oxygen into the atmosphere. A fascinating detail is that Meganeura was a voracious predator. It fed on small amphibians and other smaller insects, using its strong jaws to capture and devour its prey. Imagine encountering an insect the size of a modern bird, hovering over prehistoric swamps. It's the kind of creature that would have inspired horror movies if humans had existed at that time. 6. Entelodont, hell pig. Imagine a giant pig that looks more like a beast from a nightmare. The entelodont, nicknamed the hell pig, lived during the Oligocene and Miocene periods between 37 and 16 million years ago. This carnivorous mammal could reach up to 3 meters in length and 1.8 meters in height, with a head as large as a horse's. Its snout was filled with sharp teeth, and its powerful jaw could crush bones with ease. Historically, entelodont fossils have been discovered in various locations in North America, Europe, and Asia. Initially, it was believed to be an ancestor of modern pigs, but recent studies show that it belonged to a unique lineage of artiodactyls, cloven-hoofed animals, a distant relative of hippopotamuses. A fascinating detail is that, despite looking like an invincible predator, entelodont was probably an opportunist, a scavenger that also hunted when it had the chance. Its strong jaws, combined with its impressive size and terrifying appearance, made it a true walking nightmare for any creature that crossed its path. Terror bird, Phorus racidae. Imagine a giant bird that ruled the earth as a predator, very different from the harmless birds of today. The terror bird, belonging to the Phorus racidae family, lived between 60 and 2 million years ago, mainly in South America. Some species could reach up to 3 meters in height and weigh around 200 kilograms, with strong legs for chasing prey. Historically, these birds were discovered in the 19th century, with fossils found in Argentina and other South American countries. They are called terror birds because they were the main predators on the continent after the extinction of the dinosaurs, dominating the top of the food chain. An interesting detail is that, despite being birds, they did not fly. Instead, they used their huge, sharp beaks as a kind of axe, capable of delivering deadly blows to medium-sized prey. Just imagine, a fast bird that ran like an ostrich and attacked with the ferocity of a lion, reigning supreme over the animal kingdom. Dunkleosteus. Imagine swimming in prehistoric seas and coming face to face with an armored fish the size of a bus. Dunkleosteus was one of the largest marine predators that ever existed, inhabiting the oceans of the Devonian period, about 358 to 382 million years ago. It could measure up to 10 meters in length and weigh more than 4 tons, with a head armored by bony plates resembling the armor of a tank. Historically, Dunkleosteus was discovered in the late 19th century in shale deposits in North America and Europe. Its name honors paleontologist David Dunkel, who studied its fossils in detail. This fish belongs to an extinct group of placoderms, prehistoric creatures that ruled the seas before modern sharks. A fascinating detail is that instead of teeth, Dunkleosteus had sharp, bony blades that functioned like giant scissors. It could bite with an estimated force of 8,000 pounds per square inch, strong enough to crush almost anything, even other armored fish. Imagine encountering such a beast during a prehistoric dive. It would be like swimming alongside a real sea monster. Chalicotherium, gorilla horse. Imagine a creature with a body resembling a horse, but with elongated front limbs that made it look like a gorilla. Chalicotherium, also known as the gorilla horse, lived between 15 and 5 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. It could measure up to 3.5 meters long and about 2.5 meters tall when standing, weighing approximately 1 ton. Historically, its fossils have been discovered in Europe, Asia, and Africa, and for a long time confused scientists. The first paleontologists who described Chalicotherium thought it was a type of giant sloth because of its long, arched claws, probably used to pull leaves from trees. A fascinating detail is that Chalicotherium was neither a horse nor a gorilla, nor a sloth. It was a perissodactyl, a distant relative of modern rhinos and horses that occupied a unique position in evolutionary history. Imagine an animal grazing peacefully, but with long arms and sharp claws that gave it a frightening yet fascinating appearance. Inostrance via. Imagine a reptilian-looking land predator that ruled the Earth for over 250 million years, even before the dinosaurs. Inostrance sevia was one of the largest therapsids, a group of mammal-like reptiles that includes the ancestors of modern mammals. It was about 4 meters long and had a large, elongated head with huge fangs resembling those of a saber-toothed tiger. Historically, Inostrancevia was discovered in Russia in the early 20th century and was named after Russian geologist Alexander Inostrantsev. It was a super-predator of the late Permian period, reigning supreme before Earth's greatest mass extinction. A fascinating detail is that, despite its reptilian appearance, Inostrancevia was part of the lineage that would give rise to mammals. It probably hunted herbivores such as Scutosaurus and had a powerful bite capable of tearing flesh and bones. Imagine walking through a world where reptiles and mammals still mingled, and coming across a beast like this. 11. Leviathan, Livyatan. Imagine a marine predator so large and powerful that it rivaled the fearsome megalodon. The Leviathan, known scientifically as Livyatan melvilli, lived about 12 to 13 million years ago during the Miocene epoch and could measure up to 18 meters in length. Its skull was 3 meters long, with teeth up to 36 centimeters long, the largest ever discovered in any known animal. Historically, Leviathan was discovered in 2008 in Peru, in one of the richest marine fossil sites in the world. It was named after the biblical creature Leviathan and the writer Herman Melville, author of Moby Dick, because of its similarity to legends of sea monsters. A fascinating detail is that Leviathan hunted prey as large as modern whales. Unlike today's toothed whales, which feed mainly on squid, Leviathan had huge teeth for tearing flesh, which placed it at the top of the Miocene ocean food chain. Imagine encountering such a monster in the open sea, a true terror of the seas. Gigantophis. Imagine walking through a prehistoric jungle and coming face to face with a snake so large it could swallow a whole crocodile. Gigantophis was a colossal snake that lived about 40 million years ago during the Eocene period. and could reach an impressive 10 meters in length. Its massive body made it one of the largest snakes that ever existed, surpassing any modern snake in size and strength. Historically, Gigantophis was discovered in the late 19th century in fossil deposits in Egypt and other locations in North Africa. For years, it was considered the largest snake of all time, until the discovery of Titanoboa in Colombia, which surpassed it in size. Still, Gigantophis impresses with the colossal scale it reached. A fascinating detail is that, at the high time it lived, the Earth's climate was much warmer and more humid, allowing giant reptiles to thrive. Gigantophis probably hunted crocodiles and large aquatic mammals, using its enormous strength to crush its prey. Imagine encountering a snake as big as a bus moving silently through prehistoric swamps. Eurypterid, giant sea scorpion. Imagine a giant sea scorpion with huge claws and an armored body dominating the shallow waters of prehistoric times. The Eurypterido, also known as the sea scorpion, was one of the largest predatory arthropods in Earth's history. Some species could exceed 2.5 meters in length, making them true giants by arthropod standards. Historically, the first fossils of Eurypterids were found in the 19th century in sedimentary deposits in Europe and North America. These fossils revealed that Eurypterids dominated the waters of the Silurian and Devonian periods, about 430 to 360 million years ago. They were distant relatives of modern scorpions, but adapted to aquatic life, with fins that functioned as paddles. Fascinating detail is that the Eurypterid was not only large, but also a relentless predator. It used its claws to capture fish and other smaller arthropods, crushing them with force before feeding. Imagine a scorpion the size of a person swimming in shallow water and violently attacking its prey. A creature worthy of prehistoric horror. Movies. Did you enjoy discovering these scary creatures that really existed? Then subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Here you'll always find fascinating facts about the strangest, most bizarre, and incredible animals that have ever inhabited our planet. Share this video with your friends so they can also learn about these spine-chilling stories. After all, the natural world is full of surprises and secrets that deserve to be explored. Be sure to check out our next videos. You'll be even more amazed by what nature has to reveal.